Hi, welcome to Developing Jazz Variations, the analysis, practice, and reinvention of a jazz motif. This episode is on the one and only J.S. Bach. Bach is often referred to as the first jazz musician, as an outstanding improviser and precursor of most of the music that came after him, including the jazz improvisational language. Let's dive right into his two voices F minor invention. First, four bars. I will show you how you can use his materials to develop your own variations. Let's get it. Welcome to lesson 2. In order to develop variations from the thematic material, I will consider two main options. Number 1, slightly altering the original material in melodic or rhythmical terms. Number 2, extracting what I call shapes from the 4-bar section of the piece that I'm considering. Then I will show you how you can use those shapes to generate new material. Let's dive right into the content. Written variations. Approach number 1, altering the original motives. In this section of the lesson, I will show you 3 techniques of variation, which are absolutely the most basic ones. Technique number 1, what I call add 1. Technique number 2, what I call skip 1. And then technique number 3, what I call motival shift. Let's get it. Add 1 simply consists in adding one note to the original thematic section we intend to consider. For example, let's pick full thematic section in bar 1. And then let's just add one note to it. Skip 1 is the opposite. Consists in removing one note from any given thematic section we intend to consider. For instance, if we consider full thematic section in bar 2, and we just remove one note, we obtain skip 1. Motival shift consists in simply shifting ahead of its original rhythmical placement within the bar the thematic section we intend to consider. Let's consider, for instance, thematic section in bar 3. Then let's shift the attack of the phrase 1/8 note ahead. Improvised variations. Approach number 2, generating new material using shapes. In a minute, I will show you what I mean by shapes and how to extract them from the 4 bars of the section of the piece that I'm considering. Shapes offer to us the opportunity to focus on a small portion of material, what I call a motival region. As opposed to the written variations that we saw in the previous section, shapes allow us to come up with what I call improvised variations. Shapes allow us to actually be more free and just kind of come up with spontaneous variations on the spot. Let's get it. Extracting shapes from thematic sections. Let's begin with bar 1. As I explained in my previous lesson, Pillar 1, the analysis, the thematic material present in bar 1 can be associated or related to a 6-note scale fragment. From which we can extract what I call a shape. In other words, a combination of notes. To be more specific, a combination of 5 pitches. This is what I call a triadic minor shape, added 2 and 4. It's a 5-note shape that contains a minor triad, in the specific case, the F minor triad, and 2 tensions, major second and a perfect fourth, in relation to the tonic of the triad, the note F. And now let's move on to bar number 2. As I explained in my first lesson, Pillar 1, the analysis, also the thematic material present in bar 2 can be associated or related to a 6-note fragment, scale fragment. From which we can extract another 5-note shape. Number 2. What I call a triadic diminished shape. It features a diminished triad, the G diminished triad, and 2 tensions, the A natural and the C natural, which are respectively a major second and a perfect fourth, to the tonic of the triad, the note G. Now let's move on to bar number 3, in which we find, oh, surprise! We find that the motif A in bar 3 is actually a 5-note shape. It's going to be our 5-note shape. Number 3. And it's what I call, again, a triadic diminished shape. This time with the addition of a flat second or flat 2, the F natural, and a flat 4, the A flat note, in relation to the tonic of the triad, the note E. The next shape that I bring to your attention is also present in bar 3, as I explained in my previous lesson. It's actually motif B, which indeed embodies a 4-note shape. As so far we have been considering 5-note shapes, we have the option to add a second tension to the 4-note shape and convert it into another 5-note shape. And by doing so, we obtain a triadic major shape with the addition of the flat 2 and a perfect 4 to the tonic of the shape, which is the note C. The last 5-note shape that I bring to your attention can be extracted from bar 4. It can be related to the 6-note scale fragment from which the thematic material in bar 1 and 4 can be derived. This is what I call a G triadic diminished shape. Which features a diminished triad, the G diminished triad, with the addition of 2 tensions, as usual, which are the flat 2, the flat 2nd, and the perfect 4th, to the tonic of the triad, which is the note G, respectively the A flat and the C natural. Extracting the harmonic progression of these 4 bars from the second voice or left-hand piano part. Applying all shapes to the harmonic progression. And here it begins the fun, guys. Well, we are actually running out of time right now. So I see you in the 3rd lesson, which I will show you so much more about how to apply all shapes to this 4-bar harmonic progression. See you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Don't miss the next one, in which I will show you how to implement today's analytical insights to come up with your own variations. Also, on the internet, it is already available my online course, The Analysis, Practice, and Reinvention of a Jazz Motif. And you can sign up for a free lesson, link in description. See you in the next one. You can also find on Kindle the ebook presentation, Developing Jazz Variations. Thanks for watching.